You think you have time. That is your single most dangerous illusion. You wake up, reach for your phone, and before your feet even hit the floor, you have already surrendered the control of your mind. You let the world hijack your attention. You need to understand something right now. Entire industries, armies of engineers and psychologists, are spending billions of dollars this very second just to steal your focus. The modern world is perfectly engineered to keep you comfortable, passive, and distracted. They want you addicted to the screen, endlessly scrolling, consuming the lives of other people while your own potential rots away in the background. And the worst part? You are letting them do it. You are trading your future for cheap entertainment. While you are busy being a spectator to someone else's success, your own goals, your own dreams, are quietly slipping through your fingers. Time is the only non-renewable resource you have, and you are bleeding it out, second by second, on things that will not matter tomorrow. Listen to me very closely. You are not just procrastinating. You are not just being lazy. You are literally wiring your brain for failure. Neurologically speaking, every single time you choose cheap dopamine over hard work, every time you hit the snooze button, every time you quit when it gets uncomfortable, you are reinforcing a biological habit of weakness. You are carving deep pathways of mediocrity into your own mind. Your body has become biologically addicted to the familiar comfort of doing nothing. It craves the path of least resistance. That is why it hurts to start. That is why your mind gives you 100 excuses not to work. But if you want to change your reality, you have absolutely no choice. You have to break the habit of being your old self. The person you were yesterday has to die. Your current identity is perfectly calibrated for the exact life you have right now. If you want a different life, you must become a completely different person. It will be uncomfortable. Your brain will fight you. But you must force the adaptation. The new you can only breathe when you finally suffocate the old you with relentless action. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is a myth. It is a fragile, emotional high that will abandon you the exact moment the weather turns cold, or you feel tired, or life punches you in the mouth. What builds empires isn't motivation. It's discipline. Discipline is the cold, rational, unforgiving math of compounding effort. Look at the greatest minds and the most successful individuals in history. They understand the secret of compound interest, not just in money, but in daily action. Success is nothing more than a series of small, ruthless, rational choices repeated every single day, over long periods of time. It is not about taking one massive, dramatic leap. It is about moving the needle 1 inch forward, relentlessly, methodically, in the exact same direction, no matter how you feel. When you stack those days, one on top of the other, the results become exponential. But you have to commit to the boring work. You have to fall in love with the grind when no one is watching, when there is no applause, when there is no immediate reward. Cut the noise. Burn the backup plans. A plan B is nothing more than a preemptive excuse to fail. It tells your subconscious that you don't actually believe you are going to make it. Put your blinders on. The greatest enemy of your success is not failure, it is scattered energy. If you take a magnifying glass and move it around randomly in the sun, nothing happens. But if you hold it perfectly still, if you focus all that scattered light into one singular, intensely concentrated point, it will burn through solid wood. That is what you must do with your life. Cut out the friendships that are anchoring you to your past. Silence the notifications that are pulling you off the tracks. Stop trying to be everything to everyone and focus on the goal. When you take all your energy, all your intellect, all your passion, and all your frustration, and you channel it into one single, uninterrupted objective, that point catches fire. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and you become a literal force of nature. You become a momentum machine that the world can no longer ignore. But this requires sacrifice. You have to be willing to be misunderstood. you have to be willing to isolate yourself to build your foundation. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. The time is going to pass anyway. The next 5 years are going to vanish just like the last 5 did. And a year from today, you will look back, and you will either be profoundly grateful that you started, or you will be sick to your stomach wishing you had. Do not negotiate with your own laziness. Do not lower your standards to match your excuses. Look straight ahead. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you can't have it. Focus on the goal. Demand more from yourself. And do what needs to be done, until it is done. If you are truly ready to cut the noise and execute, prove it. Type 100% in the comments right now. Subscribe to this channel to bulletproof your mindset every single week. Now, close this video, and get to work.